What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Back with some more boxing. Listen. This is uncanny. Uncanny, people. Wilder's offer is all people are talking about right now. Gang, gang. Listen, it's going down. Swerty, what's up? What's good? What's up with everybody? New media. We did this to you. Fans should be really happy right now. I know I am. This is the best news we had in boxing in a while. But see, this is the type of stuff that separates the fact from the fiction, the real versus the fake. You know what I'm saying? Because now we get to see this is the ultimate. Like I can't even express it. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna leave. Okay. Nah, man, I'm trapped in LAX. Took one for the team. Yo, this is how the haters look with this 50 million offer. This is their face. This is how they looking right now. That's the haters. That's how the haters looking right now. It's okay. Better luck next time. They're gonna try to get me for all types of copyright music and bullshit. I had to take one for the team. I'm gonna explain it to you when I sit down. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna go over here. Hold on, y'all. Yo, we talk tonight. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night. Listen. I'm trying to get the. Shout out to Kamal, $2 super chat. Thoughts on the WBA ordering Heard Lada too? I mean, I was at the first fight. It was a fun fight. So, I mean, I'd prefer to see something new in terms of Charlo versus Hurd. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like it's just like Joshua beating Klitschko and then giving him another rematch. He was down to do the rematch for Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to, Lada had like 7 title defenses. You get what I'm saying? 7 title defenses. And then because he loses a close fight, some people even had him winning, he don't get a shot at his titles. So, you know what I mean? I understand it. And again, I'm not going to complain because the first fight was a good fight. So because the first fight was a good fight, then I'm not mad at it like that. Like I said, I would prefer Hurd versus Lada. I mean, Hurd versus Charlo, but listen, I apologize, but if I'm talking about Wilder, Joshua, for all the, this is not directed at the last super chatter, but I'm saying for this stream, I'm trying to focus in on the Wilder, Joshua. So if you guys plan on leaving the super chat, I just save your money because like I really want to talk about the Wilder, Joshua, and it's too many different things. You know what I mean? It's hard to get pulled away and talk about the other stuff. So some streams got to be like that. So if you were going to send a super chat from here on out, we're just really talking about Wilder, Joshua. So let me tell you before, since we haven't really started talking yet, I took one for the team squad. My flight, like I've been up all day, you know what I mean? So I could have made my initial flight, but then I was live streaming because the news broke right when I was like at the coffee shop. So I just put together a video and I was like, you know what, let me go live, talk to the people live, because this was huge, you know what I mean? This is big news. Let me take this jacket off, it's hot. This was huge news. So we did a long stream. We did like a 2-hour stream. And then that pushed me back where I still could have made it, but I was really pushing it. And the cool thing about Southwest is they let you switch your flights if you need to, free of charge with no like issue. I remember one time I had a situation where I kept switching flights, you know what I mean? Because I kept staying and stuff. But so I was like, fuck it, I'll just switch the flight. And I actually switched it live on my live stream. Switched it. Then I forgot I was in Hollywood and I'm in fucking LA. And then traffic is just ridiculous. So to go 7 miles, it took an hour and 10 minutes to return this rental car that I had. So I had to switch my flight again. Then I switch it, and then I had plenty of time because, you know what I mean, I was cutting it close with the last flight that I switched it to. And then I switch it, and then I get a flight that's supposed to leave at 8:25. And I keep getting these text messages, your flight's been delayed, your flight's been delayed. And now the flight is delayed all the way till 10:05 West Coast time. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I really took one for the squad on this. I really did, because I didn't want to be in this airport like that. You know what I mean? I was supposed to leave at 8:30, now I'm stuck here till 10. And then, see, it's a voyage. Then I have to fly into San Francisco airport. And then I have to take the train back to my whip, because I left my whip for a couple days. And then I got to drive home. So, man, I didn't want to do all this hella late, but fuck it. Squad. Anyway, Wilder, Joshua, let's get it. Make sure y'all smash the like button. This is huge, people. This offer, this whole, the way it unfolded, crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy, people. Let me charge my other device. I'm gonna set up this charger real quick and then we can talk about it. I'm in the airport, so I'm in LAX if you're just tuning in. This is what we do, man. We hustle. We go through whatever, make the adjustments, and we hustle. Let's get it. All right, so in case you didn't hear, this is what happened. Deontay Wilder posted this video randomly today, and he says, make the date, mate, make the date, he says. Anthony Joshua, I'm hitting you up. I'm so frustrated. He's like, I'm hitting you up. So there's no miscommunication, basically. So you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Tell Eddie Hearn and his dad, Barry Hearn, who run Matchroom, tell them to check their emails, because I sent them something special. I sent them a surprise. Check your email. So there's, you know what I mean? So you're hearing it from me, and I believe he tagged him. And then he replayed the clip. This is genius stuff, people. You can, oh, you're a Wilder dick sucker. Listen, I'm not trying to hear none of that, because 90% of you motherfuckers was wrong. So I'm not trying to hear nothing, because you wasn't even close to being right. So don't tell me about who's riding, who's coattail and all that now, when you was way off the mark. Oh, Wilder's been so quiet. He doesn't plan on a counter offer. And see, the social media is epic. It's crazy what the social media does. You know what I mean? Because it records everything. It's like we're under surveillance, damn near. You know what I mean? And then,
See what I mean?
Next time, maybe.
James says, Ego, I wanted to add that the Muhammad Ali Act of 1999 guarantees that a guaranteed purse must be available immediately after a fight is completed, as long as all obligations were met. Hearn is lying. Oh my God. See? So let me keep going for those who just tuning in, because some people just come to my channel for the news and they might have been working or something. So let me keep going. Wilder puts up this video. I got the video on the page. If you don't want to hear me give my rendition of it, go to my page, Boxing Ego, and then you watch the video yourself. It's only like 2 minutes. Wilder said, make the date, mate. I'm telling you out the horse's mouth. Tell Eddie Hearn and his dad, Barry Hearn, Matchroom, check their email. I sent you guys something special. With the boys all there, 50 million large, and then he replayed the clip where Joshua says, oh, okay, if it's like that, then I just need 50 million flat. Give me 50 million. And then I tell Wilder's team to give me 50 million, and then and he said it more than once. He said it to IFL, he said it to Sky Sports. This whole 50 million deal was discussed more than once. So anyway, he said, make this happen. Right? And then they re-looped the clip with Joshua saying that, confirming it, so everyone heard, the whole world got to hear what he wanted and what his demands were. And then after, he says, so hope you're a man of your word. See you soon. And then the video ends. Cold game, cold game. Listen, smash the like button, people. I don't know where you guys are from, but I have to use some slang to really help you guys understand. Like in the Bay Area, it's called pulling someone's hoe card, and I know some of you guys won't understand that terminology. Basically, when you pull someone's hoe card, and I'm not like calling the fighters that, I'm telling you the expression. What that means is you call someone's bluff. Someone says something, or I bet you won't hit me, I bet you won't hit me, you won't hit, you know what I'm saying? They say something like that, and you actually do it. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, have you ever seen that? When someone said, like, I dare you to hit me, I dare you to. I bet you won't hit me, I bet you won't hit me, you know what I'm saying? And then the person just, you won't touch me, don't, and then the person just melts your shit. You know what I mean? So that's the only expression I can think of this situation. Now, from this point, we need to see receipts. You know what I'm saying? So the ball's back in Team Joshua's court. If they deny this offer that they said they needed and wanted, they're gonna have to show receipts. What I mean by receipts is show that this is a false offer. There has to be some way, because the pressure's on that side for, like, basically your demands have been met, you know what I'm saying? So the pressure's on them to show receipts that if this is a BS offer and like Joshua would fight in Vegas and not get his money or whatever the fear is, then they're gonna have to be able to show how you know that is true. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, if they decide not to take it, it's going to be a terrible, damaging blow. I was talking to Money Pal, who has a terrific son who fights, and he was like, man, he said his words was, if Joshua doesn't take this, if Team Joshua doesn't take this, he says his stock will crash like Wall Street back in the 20s or something. And I was like, wow, hell of an analogy. You know what I mean? So what I mean by pulling someone's whole card is the thing is, your demands have been met. You know what I mean? There's really, like, I was like, see, the thing is, some people are like, be objective. I am objective, and I've already thought about this. I literally can't think of one excuse why they should turn it down. If, like, unless the money is not there. But like I said, I don't think anyone's going through all these hurdles and hoops for some counterfeit money like this level. You know what I mean? If they didn't get their ducks in a row, that's to me, that's beyond a publicity stunt. If they basically presented an offer and there's no way they could pay him, do you get what I'm saying? There's literally no way that that doesn't even make sense. Because listen, if Eddie Hearn, listen, just listen, because Eddie Hearn really thought that 50 million offer couldn't be met, then why would he do an IFL TV interview and he say, hey, I thought it was a PR move, and why aren't you on the phone with the banks calling their bluff? You know what I mean? Like, man, I called the bank right now. I called Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. I called these investors. The money is not there. They haven't been contacted, or whatever. If you were really about securing the funds, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you be handling that instead of doing YouTube interviews? Talking about, oh, I just want to make sure the money's there. Someone said escrow gang. So I think Eddie Hearn just did something to put out, just to put out a response. But he has to know that the money is probably available, because again, if your whole statement from the jump was you didn't think they wanted to fight you, and then they offered you some bullshit, and then they do this PR move or publicity stunt to give you some kind of fake offer, then you would expose the fake offer right then and there. Like, man, I just checked with the bank, they ain't got the money. You know what I mean? Or this won't be available. Or, and you know what I mean? Like, real talk, fuck emails. Fuck emails. Why don't you call whoever, I don't know, the banker or whoever, call them. Call Wilder's team and, like, I don't believe you. I don't believe your offer. I'm telling y'all, this is why you don't negotiate in public. And I told you guys, from Team Joshua's side, I don't have nothing against Team Joshua. Joshua's a good fighter. I don't have nothing against Eddie Hearn. But the thing is this. It's like, you gotta watch what you say. Like, you gotta watch what you say, not as a fighter, but you have to watch what you say, and like what he set his terms publicly. You know what I mean? He said what he would do the fight for. So now this is the ultimate chess move, because now they're trying to hold you to that. And they're doing it publicly. So now your bluff might get called if you don't take the fight. So now you're in a conundrum. You have to take the fight, the dangerous high. Remember, Eddie Hearn was like, oh, high risk, and we could fight for 20 million. We could fight this person. Okay, this is at least, because they said they'll give you some of the pay-per-view money too. This is at least 30 million more. Oh, wow. Shout out to Jay Lotto. Somebody's talking about, oh, they want it in quid or something to try to fudge up and make it a different money translation or whatever, right? And someone brought up a good point. He said $50 million. He said, give me 50 mil. So if you were talking about quid or whatever, why didn't you say, give me 50 million quid? So you can't even use that as an excuse. Like I said, I really thought about different excuses to back out, and I can't really think of anything. Yeah, he didn't say pounds, he didn't say yen, he didn't say quid, he didn't say euro, peso. They said 50 million, right? And again, this is This is someone pulling your hoe card because you didn't think they would be able to produce that. Because they're the B-side. Why would they? Why would the B-side have investors? Remember, you fucking with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember you're dealing with Al Heyman, and a lot of people have money. You have to deal with Al Heyman and stuff.
Who are you
like
talking
that.
to?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm on a live stream. You guys catching a flight?
Yeah.
Where to?
Phoenix.
Oh, nice. It's hot out there, huh?
Yeah, it is. We just came from.
Oh, you're wearing a hoodie to Phoenix?
We just came from LA.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I had fun in LA. How long were you guys out here?
We live in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So who you videoing?
I'm a YouTuber.
You're a YouTuber?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Ah,
I cover boxing, the sport of boxing, so.
boxing?
Yeah.
I'll box you.
You're gonna box me?
Well, if you look at me like I'm not gonna box anybody, but I'll try.
You look too nice to box.
I can't even walk straight. What are you kidding?
You said I can't even walk straight. That's funny. Listen.
Yeah. Just a girl, yeah. We won't bother you.
No, it's all good. Just listen.
So we had a bet. Who's going to make the play? And she's like, we're not going to make the play because she travels everywhere.
Really?
We're not going to make the play. We're like, we're making the flight.
Dang, y'all got pizza and everything.
What the bejesus?
How you gonna tell me to stay focused? Listen. This is why y'all hate. You know what I'm saying? They know me around here.
I have to
Shout out Mapongo or Mapago, $2. We just real. I'm a real life human, real life person. I be really out here with the people. This is why they mad. This is why they hate.
FYI.
Someone said, well, nah, I'm good. I ain't gotta go.
California pizza free dinner.
I don't know them.
California pizza.
Oh, you work for Hearn? Oh, they trying to run my pockets. They work for Hearn, maybe. Like, yeah, they take him back to the hotel, run his pockets, leave him stranded in LA. Like, hell nah. Listen, y'all trying to send, man. I don't fall for the setups, man. Some of y'all TSA, like, I've already made it past TSA. TSA don't just come into restaurants and stuff at the gate and come looking for you. Y'all don't fly enough. You need some more stamps in your passport. Talking about watch out for TSA. Why would TSA? I've already passed security. They don't be bringing dogs to the restaurants and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Hi. Bartend. I bartend in the place in North Vicentia, Happy Valley, like Pleasant Park where they have 2 patios and they're both pet friendly, and we have dogs every day. It's the best ever.
You have dogs at the bar?
Yeah. We have 2 pet friendly patios. Dogs.
They bring their pets to the bar? Dang. That's crazy.
No, it's not. It's normal now.
That's normal. Well, I'm in Cali. I'm up in the Bay Area, so I don't know any bars that let your dog.
Really? It's like the new thing.
Really? You work for Eddie Hearn?
No, I bartend.
You don't work for Eddie Hearn?
No.
Oh. I thought Eddie Hearn.
My niece bartends. No, there's bartends. She models all throughout, up and down the coast.
Dang. Hey,
That's the thing, though. Bringing your dogs with you onto pet-friendly patios.
but what if you get too drunk? You gotta drunk walk your dog back?
No, you would not do that.
Oh. You
That's
take an Uber?
irresponsible.
Oh, you just don't get smashed. Like, you don't get
No, you have 2 drinks with your dog, and you make it a memorable moment for
Oh.
your dog, and then you get your dog back home, and then if you want to go be the
Does the dog drink?
No. Where I work, we give our dog. We have a pet-friendly menu. We have
Oh, you have
food
a menu for the pet?
dogs.
Oh, okay.
And then We bring them out water, and then we have biscuits for them.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's like the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then the half-pound hamburger, cheese, or chicken breast or whatever.
I'm gonna have to see if they have that out in the Bay Area where I'm at.
If not, if you ever come to Phoenix,
You better drink up. We're working right now.
I don't like her to be my mommy. If I wanted a mommy, I'd have a mommy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then I'll drink it for you.
No, she ain't drinking it for me.
How you like that?
Oh, you gonna drink her drink?
No, she's just being a bully.
What is that?
What?
Tito's vodka?
Well, it was.
Good choice.
It's basically not now because I was in a hurry and these bitches in no hurry.
Us bitches were in no hurry, but we beat her to the flight. She's like, we're not gonna make it to the flight. We're like, yeah, we are.
I'm 8'7". But it's okay.
Wow.
I'll hang back. With us. Because I got y'all.
Yeah, all of a sudden now we're friends.
We'll hang out.
Listen.
Now all of a sudden we're friends.
Listen, Pensacola, we talk
All of a
tonight.
sudden we're friends?
I'm sorry,
Now,
y'all.
now this is
I got
friends.
company.
I got to sit down.
That's cool.
Okay, you're just with 3 quarters.
Listen, I am Super Chat. Call me Mr. Super Chat.
No.
I'm the Super
Now
Chat.
it just got crazy.
I am one. I got so many Super Chat, we gonna turn it into a Super Chat. But yeah, man, Joshua Wild. Somebody, you gotta do something, baby. Shout out to Deron Heron. He know what it is. He said Stream King. Let's get it. J-Dog, I'm done. He said she bopping hard. Are you from the Bay? I felt like that was. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Why are you embarrassing us like this?
Man, listen.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. But apparently, I'm in charge of back control.
Hey, you remember how Eddie Hearn was asking people in New York about if they knew who Waldo was? Watch this.
Oh,
I got a question.
yeah.
There's a boxer and he's offered $50 million to fight one guy. You say do it?
Do it. Yeah.
You wouldn't fight it? They're heavyweights. So he's a knockout guy. They both have knockouts. You would do it for $50 million?
50 million?
Win? Yeah, $50 million with the reason. Fuck yeah, you would do it.
Post-concussion syndrome.
She's a nurse.
But he fights for a living, so he's gonna fight somebody.
All right.
Fucking do it.
Then fight for fun. Why you gotta fight for money?
Fight for fun? When you can get $50 million?
No.
Fight for a living.
No.
Yeah.
She's a
Hey,
nurse.
I wouldn't fight for. Oh, you're a nurse?
She's a
Saying fight for
nurse.
free?
You know what?
I am
She
fight for free because then
she
people
needs to
aren't
be
trying
put
kill
in
each other.
time
Oh,
out.
she's been drinking all day?
She needs to be put in time out.
Well, first of all,
Why would you fight for free if you can get $50 million?
But second of all,
Oh, but you got angry. Angry bitch.
Yeah, I would.
because
I would
Angry
take it.
bird.
you wouldn't be trying to kill each other.
Yeah, they are trying to kill each
I
other.
know exactly. That's my point.
Well, not kill each other,
Yes.
but they're heavyweights, so
Yes.
they're
Yes.
strong.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at that fight. I went to it.
Sometimes somebody will listen to me.
Well,
They're
y'all
big guys.
are right now there, bitches.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You got the wrong person right here.
What would be the first thing you bought if you had $50 million?
Oh, you read? Nope.
A neurologist?
Varicose veins.
Dang.
What would you buy, Becca?
I would invest,
Wilder, take notes.
and I'd make sure my kids and my grandbabies would take care of the rest of their life.
Well,
That's
what if I
smart.
have
Oh,
no
that's-
kids or grandbabies?
Yeah.
Just have dogs.
I like
What
that.
do I
Hopefully
got?
you wouldn't be dumb
You
enough
make
to
me
fight
look
to your...
like a
Yeah, LAX.
loser.
Hopefully you wouldn't be dumb enough to fight to death, because that's all
Yeah,
they
we
got in
don't
life.
like that.
That's all they got in life.
I would buy a
is
neurologist
fighting.
with the most
Fucked up.
advanced technology.
So I wouldn't do it.
Neurologists in LA.
If we could do
Oh,
a
wow.
shot at Patron, we would with you, but
Only
we
40
can't.
neurologists, but they were
No,
like
40,000.
40,000 neurologists. I
No,
would buy the best
hey,
neurologist.
it's not.
Damn.
We gotta go.
No, we don't. They're not even.
Are you kidding me?
I
Do
gotta make sure I
not
don't
you
get robbed.
use that F
Eddie Hearn
word
said
on
these people,
me.
I'm like,
My
I'm
God,
about to get robbed. Hold on.
swear me goddamn dead.
Is that Jim Gray?
First of all, I need you to hush your face. And second of all,
We're funny girls. We're funny girls.
Jim Gray.
Well, I was
Eddie
7.
Hearn. Oh,
We're gonna go to 8.
I don't know who the fuck that is. I thought it was Jim
Becca's
Gray at first.
gonna take care of me. Good night.
Good night. Have a safe flight back.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, I'm not coming with you.
We're not committed yet. We'll be in a relationship sometime next year, maybe.
That's funny. Hey, yo. This is why they mad, people. This is why they mad. Hey, Jim. Oh, shit, that ain't you. LA's crazy. What happened to the chat? I can't see them. Can you all hear me? If y'all can hear me, smash the like button, because I don't hear nothing. I'm about to end the stream. I don't see nothing or hear nothing changing. So I don't know what happened. I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. Smash the like button, because the chat is just stopped. Hey, YouTube been tripping with this. Y'all crazy. I had to make sure I didn't get robbed. You know what I mean? Because that's what they be doing in the movie, setting up decoys and shit. I'm like, oh, haha, tee-hee, you cover boxing. And I'm like, where my bags? Oh, bags are gone. Hey, Eddie Hearn must have sent somebody for me to try to, you want to promote the fight? Listen, I can't see any of that. I'm about to end because I can't see any of the comments. Ego the Kroner super chat. See, I gotta look at it on this. Eddie Hearn sending old white cougars to your door. Hey, bro, y'all are hilarious. Kind of lame. He said he was a YouTuber. That's what I am. What are you talking about? You're lame, and you probably broke, hating ass. What do you want me to say? That's what I tell everybody I do. That's the easiest thing that they can relate to. What do you want me to say? What do you want me? What do I call myself? What do you want me to call? I'm boxing ego. I don't know boxing. Just like you hate me. What would you prefer? YouTube pays shit. I'll say it. Yeah. Okay. Somebody said YouTube pays shit. If YouTube pays, that's my job. Life of my ass. Fuck around with dude. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tripping. Someone said YouTube pays shit. As long as it's paying for me to go to New York and to LA and then back to the Bay, then I'm good. You're a reporter? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't have to say that. I say whatever I want. Man, I'm a YouTuber. That got real spooky. Say I'm ego bitch. Hey, you're doing too much. Why can't I see that? Hold on. I think I remember how to fix this. Hold on. What the fuck, man? Hold on. I think it's bad.
I know. What?
Hold on. You watched the game today? No, I didn't get to watch the game. I heard LeBron was clutch, though. One thing I like about Deontay is he doesn't get tired. He makes 12 rounds look easy. Yeah. Oh, I gotta watch out for the time, too. Ego, are you going to the Spence Jr. fight in June? Probably. I fuck with Texas heavy, so. Wilder really cut up with this shit. It's hard to run now. See, like I said, it's pulling someone's card. That's the best way to put it. You know what I'm saying? Calling it a PR, but see, listen, this is how you know who was telling what from the beginning. Ego, don't worry, you fly private. Hell no, I ain't Mayweather. Listen, I'm the people's champ. I don't gotta fly private. Maybe one day, but what's it called? Why would you say it sounded like a PR stunt, or you thought maybe it was a PR stunt, or whatever the situation is, right? When you could be verifying the funds. Why would you do a YouTube interview? Just explain that to me. If you had questions on the legitimacy of the money, if the funds would be available, why would you get on YouTube? Man, if I'm a promoter or a manager or whatever, right? And I knew my fighter was gonna get 50 million and I'm getting a cut of that, I'm not on no YouTube video. You think I'm gonna make YouTube video? Man, He did an interview before he checked his email. That's false because he's talking about the email. So y'all just making stuff up. Talking about he did an interview before he checked his email. He said I checked my email and it was from Deontay Wilder. So how did he do it? How did he do it after? See, y'all running out of lame excuses. Once again, this is vindication. This is vindication because you got to do something, baby. Like, you have to put up or shut up at this point. You're talking about he did a video before he checked his email, but he's talking about checking the email in the video. Y'all don't even watch the video. You know what I'm saying? Ego, that dumbass PR. No, Eddie Hearn said it. The PR stunt. Eddie Hearn said it himself. It's not from the UK. Oh, I guess it is from the UK because it's from Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? But this is calling someone's bluff. Yup, he did. I saw the whole bluff. This is the ultimate. This is what you call chess, not checkers, because I can't think of one. I can't think of one. I can't think of one excuse that would make not taking the fight valid. Ego, you're the best person to listen to get into boxing. Thank you. We working. Y'all know what it is. See, look. Kevin just said it. Kevin Brown. Ego, we working. Matisse shaved his head. So they thought Wilder. See, honestly, this is what happens, and that's what I tell you. Like, it's so much easier to tell the truth and be transparent and say what you really mean, because you don't get caught up. There's no one like look at me. I've said how I truly felt from the beginning. I got a lot of kickback too, especially from the UK. Not all of them. A lot of the UK fucks with me, but you know what I mean? Maybe there's some people, and they were saying all this bias, Ego. You look jet lagged.
What are their
whatever. I'm not jet lagged. I just want to get home. But anyway, like, you know what? The thing that's brilliant about this move today, and it's just, this should be a message to everybody else. Just be honest, because they literally took most of the angles, the BS angles that Team Joshua was using, and flipped it on them. For example, but this is actually a legit offer. You know what I'm saying? 12.5 million ain't no legit. Like, just look at the difference in the offers. 12 million flat, no pay-per-view, versus 50 million guaranteed, and up to 50% of the pay-per-view back-end money. But you get no rematch clause, and you have to come to the States. That sounds like a solid offer. 12.5, just because you don't know how much it's going to generate, is bullshit. Because why not take a percentage? So no matter where it lands and generates, you would only be getting a percentage of that. If you took a percentage, you're not getting 12.5 if the fight tanks and it doesn't generate enough to pay you that, because it's a percentage, which is what I've been telling people. You know what I'm saying? Al Haym's the GOAT. But listen, this is how he flipped. He took everything Hearn and them said, and he flipped it against them. For example, they said, Joshua said that Parker's a tougher fight. Well, you beat him. Eddie Hearn said Parker's a tougher fight. Well, you beat him. So there's no reason to say, oh, but there's no rematch clause, so why would we take that? Eddie Hearn has also been on record saying that Joshua will knock out Wilder in three rounds, he believes. So you can't say the rematch clause is a hang-up, because you both felt that Parker was the tougher fight, and you've already beat him, so that means you should beat Wilder easy. Plus, on top of that, like I said, Eddie Hearn says that Wilder gets knocked out inside of 3 by Joshua. So if you believe that, then there's no reason to let the no rematch clause stop you, all right? You already said 50 million and you'll take the fight. It's a solid offer all the way out, you know what I mean, through and throughout. And they took everything that like the same thing with the, like, team Joshua gave him 48 hours to 10 days to respond, and then they said, okay, you have till tomorrow to respond. So they literally, it's like 8 Mile. Who's seen the movie 8 Mile with Eminem? When Eminem was like, yeah, I am white, I am trailer trash, I do live with my mom, you know what I'm saying? And he dissed himself so hard that there was nothing else that Papa Doc could really even say. He already roasted himself. He's like, my boy Future is an Uncle Tom. I am white, I do live with my mom, you know what I'm saying? This is, or I watch a lot of battle rap, and like guys like Hollow the Don, they're pretty good with rebuttals, like where if you said something in your round, or in that round, but your turn, and they said, man, you something, you I don't know, you look like Urkel or some shit, and then he was like, man, I'll run up in your house with the stick, splatter, cause family matters. You know what I'm saying? And you say something, they're like, oh, because he took what you said and he rebutted it. You know what I mean? He flipped it on you. Just like what I did with Eddie Hearn, like that. Put egos aside, and I said ego. I said I read it different than y'all. I said ego is the A side. Ego aside, egos aside. You know what I mean? So that's what they did, man. They flipped it on him. They flipped it on this man Joshua, and now it's like you got what you're asking for. You got what you're asking for, so now what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? They talking about, oh, where's the, we'll consider it, where's the venue? Well, who cares? If you're getting $50 million, who cares where it's at, to be honest? I mean, you know they're not going to put it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody involved, that's how you know Eddie Hearn sounds kind of shook from it, because why do you care about the venue, to be honest? If you're going to get your $50 million plus back-end money, and you really want the fight, what does the venue matter? It's not, you think they're going to put it in the Payless shoe store? You know what I'm saying? They're going to put it at fucking Whole Foods? Like, of course it's going to be a venue, because at the end of the day, they're trying to make money too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So what are you talking about? What's the venue? Who cares? If I'm getting $50 million, like, who cares where it's at? And see, that is part of pulling someone's card. Joshua didn't say, he said, you know what? He said 60%. Give me 60 million up front. They said it's a $100 million fight, give me 60. And then he said, you know what? 50-50. I'll take 50 million. Right? So what's this, what if he fights in Alabama? Wilder was willing to fight you in the UK. So you can't, like, what does the venue have to do with it? I'm telling you, man, this is ultimate chess move. I don't even play chess. I don't even know how to play chess, but I know enough about the game to know, like, this is chess, not checkers. The other thing, this is the other thing that they did to flip it on them is this. You were gonna have Wilder. You were gonna have the fight in the UK. So why not fight in Alabama? And I don't even think they would put it in Alabama because I don't know. No disrespect to Alabama, but I don't know how they have a venue that could get the amount of people and dollars. You know what I mean? I don't know if everyone's trying to travel to Alabama. So I really don't even think they would put it in Alabama. I think they would put it in Vegas or New York. Probably Vegas. Vegas, T-Mobile, or Barclays. Maybe Texas, maybe. But I don't really, I see the money being in New York or Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So this is the other thing that they flipped on them. They flipped this. Smash the like button, people. Y'all gotta smash that like button. This is the other thing they flipped on them. They flipped on them because, remember, Joshua was like, oh, Eddie. Hey, get Eddie. You know what I'm saying? They kept saying about how Wilder hadn't sent him an offer. Oh, he's not serious because he hasn't sent him an offer. Well, guess what? You got an offer. It's a counter offer, but it's still an offer. Madison Square Garden's cool, but I don't know. It's like an older venue. I wouldn't do it there. I mean, I watched the Golovkin Jacob fight out there, but it's nice, but this tastes kind of shitty. It tastes any. This is called That's It. Yeah, you're right, That's It. This tastes kind of shitty. It tastes like a fruit roll-up with poop in it. But I'm gonna eat it.
No, I mean, you have them. But I don't think they're as invadable.
Madison Square Garden lost some of his luster.
You don't have to do that much.
Because the Barclays came and then they stopped putting, they didn't really put that many big fights out there. You have to have big, memorable fights. What's the last fight in Madison Square Garden? Cotto? Cotto versus Saddam Ali or something? You know what I mean?
Dialing it back a little. Everybody here.
Yeah, Vegas seems like the most likely. Because you have to understand, Wilder, him and his team, they're trying to make money too. So they're not going to put in some obscure.
You play both plays as long as you spin it. Just be like, this is the way we're getting it.
This Wi-Fi sucks.
Extract the right information from the right expert and make sure that that's what you feel overwhelming. And there's too many talking heads.
This is the ultimate counter offer. Made waves with this one.
I've not had a problem.
They don't need a killer undercard. How many Golden Boy and Top Rank cards have you seen where the main event was what you got? I covered Canelo Golovkin. Awesome fight. It was worth my trip just because of that fight. But the undercard wasn't about nothing. Jojo Diaz and his original opponent got hurt and fell in the bathtub or some shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Jojo Diaz versus Gary Russell coming up. That's a good fight. They didn't have nothing. It was Ryan Blue Chip Martin and somebody like, and he arguably lost that fight. It wasn't no great undercard. But obviously, if they do put it on the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? And I already gave y'all the blueprint. The WBC ordered Dillian White versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. They're all in the same division. One guy lost to one guy. The other guy lost to the other guy. Put them on the undercard since the WBC ordered. And we'll see who deserves a title shot in the near future. Dillian White lost to AJ by stoppage. Luis Ortiz lost to Wilder by stoppage. I think Dillian White lost in round 9 by stoppage, and I believe Luis Ortiz lost in round 10. See, I got this up in here. So that's the co-main event right there. That's a great fight. And Dillian White's been screaming on other people. He said he wanted to fight Brian Jennings at a point when they had that run-in. Said he's down for Wilder. He said he's down for Povetkin, down for a Q-Rap pull-up, so why not be down for Ortiz? He's coming off a loss, but it's still a good fight. I love that fight. You know what I'm saying? So, Dillian White, I think that's a great undercard.
I have many a personality too.
So, what happened to all the detractors and people? Oh, I thought they really wanted. Why is Wilder so quiet right now? Well, he was quiet because he was handling shit in the background. Him and his team. While Joshua's team said they're waiting on a counter offer and stuff, I bet they didn't expect a counter offer like this. You know what I mean? Straight up. If PVC is involved, undercard is usually a value added proposition. That's true too. I mean, look at I just covered Broner Vargas last week. He had Charlo knocking Hugo Centeno out, and Tank Davis looks sharp against Jesus Cuellar. So yeah, you'll probably get some good fights because that's a good way to give maximum exposure to the Charlos or whoever else you're trying to build up. You know what I mean? Just like they put Tank on Mayweather and McGregor because it was a Mayweather promotion.
Into his tween years before he...
I'm real anxious to see what excuses come out now. Oh, but we have to fight Povetkin. Nope, because Eddie Hearns is on camera admitting that a unification would trump a mandatory obligation.
You went to some school.
So what is it? Like I'm people's like, oh, bias ego, be objective. I'm being objective, and I still can't think of a suitable excuse. Like, I'm telling you, Team Wilder, unless they're lying about this offer, you know what I mean? And this seems pretty extreme to lie. And we've already got confirmation from Eddie Hearn that he got the email, right? Sky Sports is reporting it. ESPN's reporting it. I'm reporting it. LA Times is reporting it. So unless this email is a lie, and I'm pretty sure if it really comes down to it, not that this is the most professional, but if Eddie Hearn really got sent an email, there's ways to check to see if people received the email, but he's already admitted to that. But if Eddie Hearn like says, oh, we didn't get an email, it had nothing to do with the offer, I'm sure they have the email and they can print copies of it and pass them out like flyers. So Eddie Hearn, listen, you can't even go that route. You can't even go that route because you know if you got the email or not. And it's not hard to prove if you put together. To this point, I haven't heard Eddie Hearn say one thing about not receiving an email. He said the opposite. They literally flipped it all the way on Team Joshua, right? And in doing so, they still gave him a better offer than Wilder. And you motherfuckers was talking about Wilder should have took the $12.5 million. And obviously, it looks like he has some people willing to invest into the B side if they can come up with $50 million up front or whatever, or guaranteed for Joshua. You know what I mean? They gave Mayweather got $100 million guaranteed for Pacquiao, and I think Conor McGregor, or he might have got $75 million guaranteed for Conor, but I know for Pacquiao he got $100 million. Can you guys hear me still? Because the chat keeps freezing.
Yeah, I wonder where that's coming from now. Weird, like.
And I feel it's like reading, it's like it feels very like team heavy.
Can you guys hear me?
But clearly the consulting like needs to work on the people.
I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
Then we're thinking maybe we have like a
I can't even read the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a super chat from Robert Singleton, $2. Got to be in MGM Vegas. Mad bets will be placed. Yeah, that's a good location. Man, they flipped this whole shit on them. Like, okay, you want to play games? Okay, I'll play with you, man. And they said, we're going to see what's really what. You saying you want to fight? Okay.
go on the system.
Look, I can't see the comments again. This shit is tripping.
Yes.
Hold on. Next move should be Wilder on IG with the bag of cash. Wilder, let's go, baby.
I'm just trying to think.
Al Heyman don't play games. He only comes out when shit gets real.
What would I even say?
Ego, YouTube is tripping, is saying you offline. That's what I'm saying. They tripping.
Well, we're trying to figure out.
I can still read y'all, but I can't read it on the camera.
Here's kind of the highlight.
Man, this is crazy, people. I ain't seen an offer like a counter offer make a splash like this. I pressed the like button 3 times and it's taken away my like. See, that's what I'm saying, man. YouTube be bugging. Al Heyman, a real OG.
There's like mom and pops.
This is insane, people.
Then there's the nationals. I suppose nationals / global, right?
Hold on 1 second.
One is going to be a little more high touch, driven, relationship driven, and that's going to be your regionals.
These dudes are hella drunk. And someone said, yeah, he should leave. Yeah, I think they was about to fight or something. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna move up. They were staring at me too.
Let me convince you
What the
this
heck?
product is exactly.
Everybody trying to get on Boxing Ego. You see them looking? They trying to get on, see what we doing. We talk tonight. Eddie's 2 biggest fighters are about to take 2 mean L's. Who would other fighter? Who's his other biggest fighter you're talking about?
Right. Or even it's like, I'll get you the best rates.
Yeah. I'm still mad I can't see y'all comments on the camera.
On the other side of the spectrum,
Oh, Dillian White. Man, Luis Ortiz is no punch. I mean, unless he lost something from the Wilder loss. What time is it? Dude next to you loud. Yeah, it's the airport. Sorry, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. Enders. WBC ordering with White. This is crazy what's happening in the boxing game. But like I said, it just pays to be honest and keep it truthful to what you see. Like if Eddie Hearn would have just said from the jump, I mean, see, this is what I think happened with Team Joshua. They got caught into a spider web. Some parts of what they were saying, I think, was how they really felt. Like when Joshua was talking about, I don't know, 2018, 2019, 2020, I think that's where he was really, where his head was at. But then he got negative feedback, and then Wilder started pressing the gas, and then, you know what I mean, new media jumped in and started like, hey, yeah, that's a good fight. And then the rest was just crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, this is why it benefits you. Do you guys realize I have not had to go against much of what I've said? I'm not talking about fight predictions. I'm talking about like situations like this, where I'm on the front line taking shots, and people are like, oh, you're so biased. Where's Wilder been? See, you guys don't even trust the process because you're not real fucking fans. Some of you guys are man fans. So it's like you don't care if the fight happens. You don't want the fight. You're not really doing it from a level. You're doing it from an emotional place of anything. I'm doing it from a place of passion, and I'm telling you my truest thoughts, how I really feel. You know what I mean? Some of you guys act like you, based on your comments, you don't care if the fight happens or not. You know what I mean? So when things like this happen and you're jammed up, and now you look crazy. What happened to all the people making videos and people sending me links to videos and articles, comments about what? Yeah, where's Wilder's counteroffer? Okay, now you got a good counteroffer. So you got to do something. The ball's back in your court. And it's amazing how they took you know what I mean? They took everything and then like compiled it and kind of forced them into a corner. Now they have to take the fight. And if they don't, somebody's not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can't use Povetkin because he's a mandatory. Wilder doesn't have a mandatory, or actually he does have a mandatory, but the WBC did an interview with Boxcaster, and I made a video about it, and they said, oh, Wilder just did a mandatory, defense against remains to burn, so he's good. We would allow for unification. So they're standing behind their champion, the Deontay Wilder. So, I mean, what else is there? It's not a flat rate. You still get a percentage of the pay-per-view. You just don't get a rematch clause, and you have to come to America for it. But they gathered your money, the money you said you would take. This is brilliant. Brilliant stuff. You know what I mean? And they talking about, oh, but where's the venue? And as long as it doesn't interfere with Joshua's Sky Sports, I'll be like, why would it? I mean, Sky Sports don't have no beef with Showtime. You know what I mean? They've worked together on Joshua's past couple of fights. You know what I mean? So why would that? That's what I'm saying. That's like a stall tactic, because why all of a sudden, if Sky Sports has been handling the UK distribution, Showtime's been handling the American distribution, why would Eddie Hearn even have to say that? Oh yeah, as long as it doesn't infringe on his UK broadcasting deal, why would it? Y'all been working together for Parker, Takam, Klitschko.
Oh, really?
Charles Martin was on Showtime. All these fights. Dominic Brazil, I watched all of them on Showtime. So all of a sudden, you think they're going to make a Wilder Joshua fight, and then Showtime and Sky have beef or something to the point where they can't co-promote a joint venture or a fighter that, you know what I mean, satisfies both markets? It's crazy. This is insane, people. This is, some of y'all don't realize how big this is.
Speaking of which, is right.
I'm about to get off because it's 11. It's 9:34 and my flight is leaving at 10, so they should be boarding.
This is a bike I spent $3,000 on.
They should be boarding soon, so I can't miss this. I'm trying to get back. Yo, we're almost at 200 likes. Let's get over that hump. Smash the like button. Hearns and cold sweats. We need this fight. Goddamn, we need this fight. And then on top of this, like, there's Eddie Hearn confirmed the email. Joshua responded and said, "Let's roll with the flame." So, I mean, what is there to say? Why would you say "let's roll" if it's a fake offer? I mean, you guys are trapped. Trap. Trap music. T.I.
You're starting your time. And I know that's a big relief.
Have a safe flight back, brother. Thank you. Rhythmic pugilist. Thank you. But I like how they, I mean, Al Heyman and team and Wilder and Shirley Winkle, whatever y'all want to call them, they played the ultimate chess game. They, you know what I mean, they heard the rumblings and the different things that were being said, and now they found a way to cover all their bases, like X out as many loopholes as they could, and present a valid offer. You guys speculated, oh, where's his counter offer? It's been 5 days, and why hasn't he responded? And they told you they were going to respond. They told you that. You know what I mean? But people still, this is a chess move. You know what I mean? Someone just said it. It's truly a checkmate. I agree. Because this is what I'm saying. This is why it pays to be realistic and transparent, and don't like say something you're not really about, because okay, the flight's getting off, so I gotta go because they're letting the flight off. So I probably got like 5 minutes before they start boarding. But yeah, that's why it doesn't. This is how it backfires, because you did all these interviews and try to save face. You said some things that, in my opinion, you didn't think was possible. You didn't think they would give you $50 million up front. I mean, no one really expected that. I didn't expect that aspect. Like, yeah, okay. And then now they're calling you. They're saying next, no waiting, no Dillian White, no Quebecan, no Brazil. We'll fight you next. And like I said, Wilder said he's going to smoke him out. Shout out to Kennedy Linder. That's true. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I personally can't think of anything I've tried that's a valid reason to not take this offer. Oh, here's how they flipped it on him. Last thing I'm going to say before I have to catch this flight is, remember all the Joshua protection squad or whatever, Joshua AJ protectors, right? Remember what they said about Wilder taking the flat rate, 12.5 million? What did they say? They said, yeah, of course, Wilder should take 12.5 million. It's 5 to 6 times more than he's ever made, right? Eddie Hearn said it too on interviews. He said it's 5 to 6 times more he made. Okay, so this is a multiplier of what Anthony Joshua, this is how they flipped it perfectly. 50 million is a multiplier to whatever he's made. Like, unless you could produce receipts, and I'm gonna need to see that, where Joshua made more than $50 million in a particular fight. I need to know, because I think his highest grossing fight, 90,000, was Klitschko. And I'm almost positive he didn't make no, he made like maybe 20 to 30, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe 20 to 30. So what can you say now? And remember when Eddie Hearn did that interview? I think it was with Fight Hype. And what did he say? He's like, oh, why would we fight? Why would we fight such a massive risk? We're gonna fight a massive guy, a massive risk for similar money, right? Okay, so now 50 million plus pay-per-view proceeds, depending on how well you promote and do the damn thing, is not similar money. You're saying you can make 20 million fighting anybody, okay, but you can't make 50 million plus pay-per-view revenue. You can't generate the Joshua Wilder revenue interest on pay-per-view plus make $50 million. Brandon Harper says, $5 super chat, thank you. The jig is up. AJ Protection Agency is fresh out of excuses. Hashtag Wilder, Joshua next. Cut this shit. Damn, Eagles Army on your ass. For real. That's crazy. So, I mean, what can you say? Like, even the Eddie Hearn saying it's similar money, it's not similar money. Joshua ain't made 50 million flat guaranteed plus pay-per-view. Who can he fight where he's making that? Crazy. I'm gonna catch this flight. Y'all got anything else before I go? Shout out to Eagles Army, man. You guys reached out to me, made sure I seen this video clip, and I mean, the response has been phenomenal that we're getting here. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss this flight. Peace out, y'all.